Check, check, 1, 2. I'm Doctor McFarland. It is a Thursday, January 11th. We're going to do a fun live stream using the Headrush and checking out some stock cabs. I am using the Headrush core, as you see here on the screen, since we have the little Wi-Fi symbol and the Bluetooth symbol. And we have 14 blocks instead of 11 blocks. So that means anything I do tonight, I will have to recreate on my Headrush MX5 and download, or actually upload, 2 different sets of the same rig. Okay, I can do this. It'll be fine. I mainly want to deal with stock cabs tonight because what I have found... let me see why I'm not hearing any volume. Boom. There we are. Turn it down a little bit. That sounds good. Let me turn my mic down just a touch. Okay, I'm going to tune a little bit. I do have the Headrush core over to my right, so I'm going to have to turn just slightly here and there. I am playing... I need to switch this. Yes, I'm using the Brio. Take it off black and white. I am playing the gold. I want to say this is Metal Flake. I'm not sure. This is a gold top Kiesel T-style. So it's got the Antiquity pickups in there. And it has a mahogany back and roasted maple neck and fretboard. And I like it. The only thing I don't like is this switch. When you put it to the bridge position, it's too close to that volume. And you can't get your finger in there to like switch it around. So I've contemplated a few different solutions, and I hadn't done it yet. I mean, I've seen people where you switch this around. Maybe I just wish like this knob was like back, like another, maybe like 3/4 of an inch. That'd be great. Why don't they just do that? Instead of putting it too close to there. That's just dumb. Anyway, I wouldn't have done it like that. But it is what it is. So you guys come on in. Let me know who's watching, what your name is, where you're from. What kind of Headrush do you have? And I might like the black and white better. Hey, I'm black and white. Cool. I'm tuning. This is a reverse headstock, so I gotta remember that my E string is down here. And then after this stream, I'm gonna sit here for as long as it takes and make a few more videos for the weekend and early next week. And then next week, when I get more time, I will make some more videos for the Headrush tone sculpting course on my website, which is my journey through every single amp, cab, microphone, effect pedal, distortion, overdrive, modulation, reverb, delay, all that stuff. And as Reverb keeps coming out with more and more things that are added, I will be updating that course to reflect all the new additions. So if you already own either the bundle, which is you getting everything I have, all my Headrush products all in one, or if you just have the Headrush tone sculpting course, then you'll get more access when I release those new videos onto the website. So if you're interested in that, be sure to check out drmcfarlandstudios.com, and we will have some fun. There is Joel. So he has the Prime and the ToneMaster Pro. You dog. Well, I'm in the same boat, I guess. So. All right, so what got me on this kick was I made a dual preset last night, and you can see that pretty well. And I really liked, after I made my global EQ adjustments right there, that all that high-end fizz that gets cut out actually makes the stock cabs sound 10 times better than they do normally. So what we're going to do here, we're going to go into set list. We're going to hit the plus, and I'm just going to add one thing there. And this is going to be HT, to be capitalized, capital HTS Rigs January 2024. Okay, so then if I go out and go find my J's, come on. What just happened here? Wait, why is that in Nathan's set list? Ugh. All right, hold on. All right, let's go to all rigs. Set lists, all rigs, plus. Just put an empty one there. I'll update the name here in a second. HTS Rigs Jan 2024. I want to override it. Now. Yeah, I've done it. So I should be seeing it in here. Oh, it is called HTS Rigs. Duh. Okay. So if I go into here, I want you to go in there. Oh, it has to have at least one rig to go in, I think. You just can't have an empty rig. There we go. You can't have an empty rig. You have to have at least one regular rig in there. Okay. That makes perfect sense now. Duh. And a Revolver, and Tonex, and an 11 Rec, and a Mod Dwarf. I also have a problem. I bought way too many Kiesel guitars this year, apparently. So I made a spreadsheet, and I looked at all the money that I owe across different pieces of plastic. I was like, oh my, I was not a good boy this last year. So I am working towards fixing that that dilemma. But for now, I'm playing some very gorgeous guitars. They feel great, sound great. I actually have two T-style guitars from Kiesel. This one is the Retro Solo, and the other one is just a normal solo. I think that's what they call it. All right, so let's look at this preset, actually. This is kind of fun. And they do have an IR in here, which is fine. This is a Boogie something 60957. It's kind of cool. So even on the IRs, we can see that we have a high cut at 8 and a low cut at 51. Let's actually boost that up to about 100. And then we'll cut this down all the way down to 5. Kind of like what I showed in my video that I released very early this morning. The Filter Your Way to Better Tone video. Just take off all this stuff. All this stuff. Take it all off. Okay, that's fine. Let's take out the IR and let's bring in a cab. And I will just do headrush cabs for now. And let's explore these 4x12 cabs. So we have one, two, we really only have 4 of them. And it's very interesting what we can do here. So we're going to go to hardware assign. And we already have some scenes down here. So we have scene, toggle, toggle. What I'm going to do is just edit this scene. Actually, let's do this. So how we deal... Wow, look at that. You can probably hear me a lot better now. How we deal with block presets is this. I'm trying to tighten this thing. There we go. How we deal with block presets is within a scene, if I go to hardware assign and then edit, okay, there's an on and off and a no change block or a little LED screen there or readout. And then we have a no preset thing right there. That is what the block preset is doing. So essentially it's telling you that you can go make a preset of whatever you want as long as it's the same kind of block. You know, an amp block, a drive block, a cab block, a modulation block, a delay, a reverb, stuff like that. And then as you switch between different scenes, you can tell that block to, in the first scene state, I want to use this preset. And then in the second scene state, I can use a different preset. So what we're going to have to do first is this. This is my 4x12 65 watt. I want this to have a dyne 7 on it, on axis, breakup 0, gain 0, amp 0. Okay, all that stuff. I'm going to hit the disk symbol up there, the save symbol. Save new preset. I will call this Doc 65 watt. Okay. And there's that. I can actually stay in this screen right here. So now we're going to change the type to a 30 watt. Hit save. Wait, let me see what. Yeah, it still has a dyne 7 on it. Save new preset. Doc 30 watt. This will all make sense here in a bit. So we did the 65, the 30. We're going to do the 25. Still a dyne 7. Save. New preset. Doc. You follow along at home if you want to really have some fun. What was it? The 25 watt? Hopefully. Yes, the 25 watt. And then the last one is going to be our 20 watt. Save. New preset. Doc 20 watt. And I always felt like the 25 and the 20 watts, the greenback cabs, kind of sounded a little honky. But after I did my global EQ thing last night, I was like, wow, that actually sound pretty decent. So I was happy with that. So now what we're going to do, now that we've made our presets, we can go into the hardware assign, edit our scene. And under cab, I'm going to go to my preset all the way down. And let's choose the 65 watt first. Go to my plus symbol. So we're adding a second variation of our scene here. Then under cab, we're going to go to the 30 watt. Okay. And now under this scene, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to go down. We're going to go to the 25 watt. Second variation on that same scene is going to be the 20 watt. Yeah. All right. Now the amp has not changed, but we do have a few other blocks switching around. So let me actually go edit that. So I don't want all that going on and off. So we want that off. That's going to be off, 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 on, off, Off, off. Volume is off. Delay is off. Reverb. We'll keep the reverb on. And then second state, which was typically they flip-flop. Whatever you had on for the first state, it's going to switch for the second state. Because they assume that you want it to be off, or the opposite of what you just did. Off, 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 cab on. That's off, that's off, that's off. Reverb on. Okay, that was not painful at all. And we're going to go check this other one here. So let's do this amp on, this cab on, EQ is off, delay is off, 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 off. Second state, cab on, volume off, that off. Now, this is definitely a different workflow than other maulers that we know and love. Because like on Fractal, for instance, you basically just go in and say, you just turn everything on that you want on, and then you just store that scene, and it just remembers it. Now with this, Headrush did it differently, which is fine. But we do have the opportunity to utilize those presets. So if I go to this preset here, you can see I'm on my 65 watt. Hit again. Am I doing that right? Yeah, those are two different cabs. And then doing this, no, I have the 25 watt or the 20 watt. Okay, so check this out. Here's the, let's just say it's a 65 watt. I don't remember. I could probably name that. Yeah, 65 watt. So under this name, I can say 65, 30. And under this name, it's going to be the 25 and the 20. Something like that. Now, it's not going to switch between the two different names, which I kind of wish you could. That would be excellent. And I'm going to do a video here tonight talking about my wish list for the Headrush and what I think they need to be doing to their units here. All right. Still don't remember. So that's on the 65. Okay, here we go. All right, Joel, are you ready for this? Are you ready? I'm not sure if you're ready. Now, once again, noise. Talk about noise. That noise right there, that 60 cycle hum. You got silence, 60 cycle hum. I'm thinking about switching out these pickups to something different, because I do have some pickups back there on my shelf from guitarfetish.com that are noiseless, a little bit hotter Telly style pickups, T style pickups. Okay, now for fun, let's actually change the amp to something more clean. Let's go to my Black Mini. And then I can actually go in and I can switch the amp around. This just sounds so nice. And then once again, we are on our global EQ. We're knocking off that 5K. We're knocking off 100 hertz. And we're just kind of keeping those frequencies at bay. So we're not too ice picky. We're not too fizzy. We're we're just nice and even Steven here. Okay, so that is the 65 watt cab. Here is the 30 watt cab back to back. Okay, not tons of difference so far, right? Not that I'm hearing. Yeah, we're going back and forth between 65 and... Let's change the color here. Let's help ourselves out. Help a brother out. So the blue state, 65, is going to be that. And then this one is going to be the red state over here. So when we switch colors, we'll know. And then we'll do the same for this one. We'll make the first state blue and the second state red. That'll help us out, I think. Okay. There's our... Actually have the numbers backwards, I think. Because that's the 20... That's the 25 watt. And that's the 20 watt. All right, here we go. I'm good. I was confusing myself. All right, here's the 25 watt. 20 watt. Just a little shift in the mid-range, not much. Cool. It's back to 65 watt. 30 watt. Uh, 65. $25 watt. And 20 watt. That's really fun. Let's see what happens if we kick in a little S1 drive here. Ah, shoot. This is also what we need to do. If we want a pedal to stay in its current state regardless of the scene, then we have to change it to no change. Okay? That's what you gotta do. So no change on that one, no change on that. Go back, edit, no change, and no change. I really would like to know who came up with this way of doing things. It's very interesting. That's cool. Sounds good. I feel like this has 11 gauge strings on it. I want to change them over to my 10 gauge. I just ordered last week. This is the webstrings.com 10 through 46. And when you order 24 packs or more, each pack becomes like $3.05 or something. It's crazy. So I went ahead and just spent like $80 on a whole 24 set of strings. And this 24 will last me a good probably last me another few years, really. The last strings I ordered was probably about 3-ish years ago. And I don't really change strings all that often, just because I keep buying more guitars. Why buy more strings when you can just buy more guitars, right? Something like that. So yeah. All right, one had reverb on it. Let me fix that. See, I'm tweaking little things here. That reverb needs to be on. Yes, it does. The reverb needs to be on. So sorry it's taking me a while to set this up, but this is how it has to be. On, no change. Okay. But I hope you see my workflow here of like adding in the pedals, going into your hardware assign, and then figuring out what you want in each scene. And then if you want to change a block preset within a certain scene, within that block, then you have to go make the preset first. And then you have to go back to your hardware assign, and you have to, it's just a thing you got to learn to love, really. It's just whatever. So, we got a Headrush Geek in the house. Whoa. Headrush Geek. Why didn't I call my channel that? Headrush Geek. That's awesome. Doc, have you tried the Diodario Extreme? I have not, personally. But honestly, for $3.05 per pack, yeah, they're fine. They'll be fine. I'm not going to get picky over picks and strings at this point. I don't play out. I'm not like I'm a professional, but I'm not like a professional, you know. I don't make that mad money playing out on Broadway every night here in Nashville. Well, I mean, it'd be fun to go play every once in a while, but. All right, back to it. We're on the 25 watt. 20 watt. 25 watt. This one sounds a little bit smaller, maybe a little more punchy in the mid-range. This one sounds bigger. This also sounds louder too, so I'm not sure why that is, but now, all the keys, sorry, I breathed into the microphone. All the Kiesels come with Elixir electric strings, and I do like the feel of those Elixirs. They're really, really nice. Like my 7-string right here still has the Elixirs on them. These things are just butter. I mean, they're super smooth. But they are $16 a pack. Yeah, I don't change them that much, but you know, spend $80 and get, you know, 5 or 6 packs versus $80 I get 24 packs of these sweet little suckers right here. And these are still fun. I mean, they feel fine. I mean, they're not coated or anything, but they still fine. Still feel good to me. I can't talk. They are the best I've ever played. Very long lifetime, even compared to NYXL. Diodario. I saw a Fractal guy. He is now endorsed by Diodario Strings, which I kind of forgot Diodario made strings, but that's the way it is. All right, going back to the 65 and the 30 watt. Here we go. Now, vintage 30s are going to have that natural scoop in the mid-range. So go back to the 65 watt here. Let me do some research real fast. I don't really even know who does all this stuff. Let me put the window over here. We're going to look at Marshall 65 watt. 65 cab. Somebody asked all the time about what does each model represent in the headrush, and there's actually a page. If you go to the product page on the headrush website, there is now a tab, at least there was for the MX5. There's a tab that details every single amp and what it's based on, and the pedal and what it's based on, and all that stuff. So, okay. Marshall 65 watt 1x12. That's a 1x12. I'm trying to see what speakers are in it. I mean, clearly they're Marshall 65 watt speakers, but this says Creamback Celestion speakers. This cab offers the definitive vintage tone. But that's just for this one thing. This is not even the original 65 watts, so I'm not too worried about it. You can find them in the models here. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, you just go to the Headrush website and it'll tell you. I was trying to see what the actual speaker was, but I guess it's just a 65 watt speaker and all that. Boards. Let's go to MX5. Actually, let's go to the core. Yeah, click on models. We're going to go all the way down to the cabs. All right, so it has a Celestion G1265. And then the Classic 30 is a Celestion Vintage 30. The 25 watt is a G12H Greenback. And then the Celestion G12M. The M. Oh, that's all well and good, but at some point you just got to use your ears. So. That definitely has that scooped mid-range sound to it. I like this guitar. This thing is great. I'm going to turn up the drive a little bit on this S1. All right, let's have some real fun now. And let's make a new rig. I'm going to go head rush. We're going to put in a, let's put in a high boost. Because we can. Cab. Head rush. We're going to go all the way down. We're going to put in that 65 watt. I totally just missed. 65 watt. And there's my preset. So there you go. I just pulled in a preset I already had, and it just made it that much easier. Okay, that's fine. We'll put in the overdrive. We'll put in the... where's the S1? There it is, S1. Default, drive down. I wish I had Britney's Girl. Scooby-Doo-Doo. Yeah, there usually is a delay in the chat, I think. Maybe like 10, 15 seconds. No, not sure, but you just keep talking, and then I'll just look up every once in a while, and you know, talk. I actually don't want the Vox. Let's just go back to the Black Mini. Yeah, I will save this. We'll name it HTS Jan 24. Stock cabs. So now that we've gotten that out of the way, you on the other side of the window there, the glass, the internet, I want you to tell me what to put in a rig. I want you to build the rig, and then I will do it. So, whatever kind of delay there is. There shouldn't be a huge delay, though. Mic delay. There shouldn't be a sound delay, but there is some sort of delay in the chat, which is, I think, normal. It's perfectly fine. So far I have an S1 drive, and I can put in all kinds of other stuff, but this is a 65 watt cab. And I should, let's see if I have a preset on this. I have a slow channel 1 preset, a slow crunch, a slow drive, a slow extended. There's my black clean, which I actually want to raise the volume here. Turn down the speed of the vibrato and the intensity just a little bit. And then I'm going to go save. I'll save this as Doc BL Mini. There we go. So now I can just go ahead and delete that, bring in the amp, bam, scroll all the way to the bottom, and there's my preset right there. So it just makes it super fast and easy to go in, adjust whatever you want, save it. Uh-oh. We got somebody I know in the house. Sandblocks Gaming. Always listen to your mother. Always. I'm looking at you. She's like, no, you're embarrassing. Whatever. Okay. Now let me show you a reverb that I made. Really, I didn't make a reverb, but I just like this one. It's the Air Ambient. So let's go ahead and make some presets on this, and then I can just share my block presets folder in the Headrush course there, so you can grab it. I gotta quit playing that lick. Oh no, what's cool about this one is we can essentially just adjust the time and the size, and we can get all kinds of different colors and variations on. Yeah, I mean, that's nice. All right, so let's save that one. We're going to call this Doc Air Verb. It's a medium size. And then we'll raise up the mix. We'll make this time a little bit longer. Okay, maybe a little too much. Okay, we'll save this one. is Doc. Not Dove. Doc. Air verb. We'll call it long. How about that? That one's better for your swell ambient type stuff. I want to use that all the time. But then we want to go super short with this. Maybe even change the size. Maybe like a smaller size, but maybe... So we basically made like a nice size room, and then we'll just bring down the mix. That's cool. So with this one reverb, you can really get all kinds of different sounds out of it. You can go to the other ones and get like a church or a hall or something, but this one's kind of cool. So Doc, air, verb. We'll call it SH for short. Okay. So we have a few different options there for our reverb. Let's check the comments here. Black SR K drive delay verb. Okay, fine. Super reverb, huh? Was it you that was asking about the Stevie Ray Vaughan stuff? I don't remember. It's very possible. We can go to overdrive, K drive here on the bottom. Now, another thing I think reverb needs to change is this level right here is so stinking loud. Like you got to put on 12 just to have it at unity gain. Then if you boost it, it's just way too loud. It shouldn't be like that. Let's turn the drive down. Like I would think you would have the knob like at 12 o'clock at unity gain. You know, depending on where the gain knob or the drive knob was, but yeah. Like here, you would want it about like 50%. So your knob is at 100 or 12 o'clock. Yeah. That verb is a little too much. Let's bring it down a little bit more. I learned some John Mayer this week because my student was like, how do you play this song? And I didn't really even know how to play the song, but I looked it up. Looked at the basic chords, and I figured out the little trill stuff. So stuff like that. Wait, what is off? Wait, what is off? Ooh, high winds. Oh no. just the breakup on stock cabs. I really don't. I don't use the breakup, but I'll turn it all the way up here. I really think you gotta crank it up a little bit more. Sure. I just came up with the blues riff. Just whatever. We do need some delay. Yeah, the K-Drive settings are strange. They need to trash that thing and just start over. I really think they do. They even came out with a version 2 of the OCD, and I still don't think they got it right. But hey, who am I to argue? Now I did clone my tumnus. Let's see what I got in here. There's a hoof. What do I got in here? What do I got? The Hoof Reaper octave. There we go. There's our tumnus. I mean, that doesn't sound all that great. Because, I mean, these settings are just weird. Like if you clone a pedal, but you get all these other controls that the pedal didn't even have. I mean, to me, it just doesn't make a lot of sense. I mean, cloning is fine, but I just rather deal with the actual model, whether it's good or not. Let's crank this stuff up. Yeah, that sounded pretty decent. So really, you can't go off of what you think you should set it at. You just gotta turn the dials till you find the sound you like, and then go with it. So let me save that as a preset, so I can get back to it. Doc Clon. This the Doc Clon. Do. Crazy. Let's see what else we got. Breakup on HTS stock cab seems to do a lot for the drive. Great. I am so glad that it does. Let me turn it back down. Yeah, I can. Yeah, so what you're getting is that speaker is kind of compressing a little bit, and it's keeping the highs at bay as well. So here's the breakup off. And then here's the breakup back all the way up. Very cool. Thanks, Joel. So it's reducing the highs, it's adding more, you are adding more compression, more breakup. So you're adding another layer of saturation over the sound that you normally wouldn't get. Okay, fine. Let's just save that. Then let's go to our preset, and I'll do the same thing for this breakup here. Okay. Saving that one. Let's go to our 25 watt. That one is darker with the breakup up. Just a little bit. Great. It works for me. Now I could save two different versions of this, one without the breakup and the other with, but I don't want to have to go rename everything, so I really don't. Save it. Come on. Wow, did this just freeze? Surely not. There we go. Alright, so now we're on the 20 watt cab. Okay, drive off. Let's see what kind of delay we need. This just says delay. Any kind of delay, I guess. Delay. The again delay is cool, but it's not on the stock, or it's not on the legacy units. Let's do a tape echo on this one. That would be basic. Or turn down the feedback, turn down the mix. Just a little delay. Yeah, cool. This is one of the best feeling necks. Man, this feels great. See, I've been going for almost an hour. Cool. All right, you're getting bored. I know you are. All right, here we go. So we got this one, HTS January 24. It is a stock cab, but all right, let's go in and let's go to hardware assigned. We don't want the amp and cab in there, but we do want our K drive. We want our tape echo. Let's go into this amp. And let's make sure the vibrato can be turned on. So that's kind of neat. And I also just saw something else that was kind of neat. What if we went into here and said amp bright? Ooh. So that's another way to change up your sound. If the amp has, if the amp has a way to, has a bright on and off, vibrato on and off, stuff like that. Then you can turn on the bright and get a slightly different sound. So we got a little darker. That's cool. Here's the vibrato. So I gotta fix that K drive because that level is way too hot. So you shouldn't have to turn it down to 6%. That is ridiculous. It should be like 12 is unity, and then as you dial it back to like 10, 9 o'clock, somewhere in there, you can bring it down. But man, that's just dumb. I don't know why they did that. A little darker, a little brighter. It's kind of neat. It's cool for like a jazz gig, when you want to get a little, maybe on the neck pickup. Want to go to some rockabilly. Yeah, it's neat. Then some vibrato. Okay, we're going to rename this. How do I do this? Can I just tap? Yeah, I can just tap. So this is going to be called Joel. Because we can. All right, now, for fun, we're going to go in and do this all again. And we're going to add in... Let's go with the Bogner here. Go with the Bogner. And let's see which cab fits the best with the Bogner. Let's start off with that 65 watt. And I'll just save it real fast like that. Now, one thing I have learned from reading the Fractal forum and manual not really the manual, but like the wiki, the fractal wiki, is at the treble at 50%. There's technically like a Marshall on like 1 on the dial on that treble knob. So you actually want to raise the treble up pretty high because there's a different taper going on. Is it taper? Different something going on with the Bogner amps versus where you think they should be. And on the Fractal Wiki, it says that essentially that everyone thinks a Bogner is really dark, but it's really not. It's just you think that knob needs to be at 12 o'clock to be at unity brightness, and actually needs to be higher. So therefore, it kind of matches what your ear wants to hear. So we're going to raise that treble up a little bit. This is what we get. Versus having it down around 50. So that is pretty dark right there. But if we bring it down like that, let me turn on the... I got my Nate gate right here. Get it? Nate gate. Nate gate. Okay, cool. Let's go to the end. And let's bring in our reverb. Air verb. Down to the bottom, we have our Doc Air short. Let's bring it down a little bit more. You can even bring the color down. Darken it up a little bit. Save that. To me, the harder or the more gain you have, especially for like a rhythm sound, you don't want tons of reverb going on, just washing everything out. If you listen to like a good Green Day album or any kind of like a punk rock kind of thing, they might have a little room reverb in there, but there's not just all this swimmy reverb going around. It's very, very straight and very cut and dry. That's fine. We'll keep it at like 9, maybe 8% or so, somewhere in there. Okay. Now, let's test this out. So we could actually go here. We can actually just use our encoder knob or value knob, whatever you want to call it, to switch between the different cabs. So here's 65 watt. Then here's 30 watts. And here's 25 watt. And here's 20 watt. I don't know. You tell me. All of them sound good. Joel, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah. We will see you mañana, hombre. So back again. 30 watt. That sounds decent. Sounds pretty good. It would lower the gain a little bit. If you lower the gain on the amp, you give yourself a little bit more room to push it with pedals if you want. So we can go in and choose an overdrive. Let's go with white boost. default. Maybe turn the gain down. Maybe turn the bass down a touch. Crank it. Something like that. I can save that setting as well. So we'll call this Dock Boost. Something like that. We can also go in and we can add in the overdrive. Let's do the JRC default. Drive down. Actually, I already have this. The Dock Scream low. So there's my preset for that. Okay, pig squeals. Okay, probably want to go in and adjust some placements here. Yeah, got the amp. Put in another delay. I like the dyne delay. We'll do stereo. And we will have the ratio at 50%. Or negative 50. And what that does is this. It essentially is taking the ratio of time between that quarter note, and it's actually making it more like a dotted eighth kind of sound. So check this out. Two, three, four. We can adjust it. Let's go down to like 75%. See, it's changing the timing on either side. If you have it at 0-ish, see, it's just a straight quarter. But as soon as you start adjusting that ratio there, let's do like 30-ish%. See, now it's starting to get off a little bit. Go to 50%. Boom, ba-dum, boom, boom. So it's more like a dotted eighth and a quarter kind of deal. So that's how you can get a really cool, like, wide delay sound. Just with one delay block. Yeah, really neat. Change the mix a little bit. All right, I like it. Let's do all capitals. HTS Jan 24. This is Bogner Red. For those about to rock, we salute something. Thought I put myself in color, but maybe I didn't. Uh-oh. He says the 30s sound the best. Well, let's go. Let's just go within 30s then. Yeah, I can see that for like your heavier stuff. Usually, if you scoop it a touch, then it sounds a little bit better for some reason. Because if you go with like a greenback, see, I think a greenback is more like a. Yeah, it could be that mid-rangey kind of honky sound that Randy Rhoads had on some recordings. But the Vintage 30 definitely gives you more of a scoop sound. Okay, Darboard, Vintage 30. We'll go with that. See, what I would do is have a Vintage 30, record it, pan that to the left, and then record another part on another track, and then maybe switch it over to a greenback 25 watt or a 20 watt, and then record it, put it on the right side, and now we got this big wide sound. Okay, you can actually tap on the cab, hit the X2. So now we've doubled it, and I can essentially do what I just told you. So I can go, let's go to the 25 watt. And if this output is set to rig width 100%, then you should be hearing more of a stereoized kind of sound now. Could probably stand to raise this a little bit. So on the output setting here, I try to have my bars either right below that 0 point or right at it. And right now it's pretty low, so let's just bring it up. That allows me to keep my main volume knob between that 7 and 8 range. So I know when I show up to a gig or at church or wherever I'm playing or just recording, I know I'm sending the same consistent signal every single time. So I'm not trying to guess how much to raise my main volume up and all that stuff. So all right, I'm good with that. For sure. Let me go back to whoa, what do we have going on here? Okay. I think that's when I tried to save all those iterations. And it just like froze or something. No, I don't want to put it up on the cloud. Stop it. I could. I've done that before. Let's go to our output here. Raise the output a little bit. Joel. Yeah, that sounds good. And then go back down to our this one. Let's make it about 8. Save and save often. Okay, now with that rig width, if we make it at 0, so now everything's panned in the middle. If you rig width 100%, now it should be a little fuller. All right, now I like that sound. I mean, it's decent. Let's save as a new rig. HTS. I'm not going to be able to make any more videos tonight. I'm already getting tired. HTS Jan 24. And this is going to be the, let's call it the wreck, which is what TMP calls it. Stop it. We could also go with the tangerine or whatever, but let's do the modern tread plate. And check this out. Let's see which cab the tread plate sounds the best with. Ooh, that's nasty. Let's go back to my global settings here. And let's turn off the EQ. Back on. See, all that hiss just went away, and it was gorgeous. So here's the hiss. It's that top end fizz stuff, and now here's the with it on. I'm telling you, that global EQ, or really any EQ that you want to deal with, just smoothing all that, cutting out all that high end, 5K and above, just makes it so worth it to dial in all your other rigs accordingly. Now with that, I am listening through that global EQ. So if you download these rigs and you feel like everything's bright, then you need to go either mess with a global EQ or add your own parametric EQ within the rig. And I should probably save that as a preset as well. I'll go ahead and do that. So you can, let's do 24 dB at 100. And let's do 24 dB at 5K. Then we'll save this. Doc. We'll call this 105. Sounds kind of dumb, but so you're at 100 on the low, then you're at 5K on the top. So now this is technically the same slope of what I have on the global EQ, so I really haven't changed a whole lot. But just know that there's that preset now that I'll put in my preset block that you can just call that up anytime. And if you don't want to mess with global EQ, you don't have to, but you can just take those settings, throw it into any rig, and instantly smooth out the sounds of what you're hearing. Yeah, let's do a little then we're gonna go. Then we're gonna go. Okay, that's kind of fun. So there's the Mezza Boogie. We didn't change the cab though. Let's go back to our cab. And once again, here's the 65 watt. That has some muscle to it. Let's go to the 20 watt. That one also sounds similar. Here's the 25. And here's the 30. I'll stick with the 30 for now. That's fine. Maybe it's the breakup that's making it not as different. Maybe. Let's take down the breakup. It definitely makes it. I think it makes it less dynamic. It definitely rolls off the high end for sure. So, I mean, it is what it is. You can experiment with the breakup being a little bit higher. Yeah, they all do sound good. So, all right, let's go with another one here. Save new rig. HTS Jan 24. We're gonna go for that Engel sound. So let's do like one more high gain, then we'll do another low gainish types thing. So. So these settings, I need to go change the amp. That would probably be helpful. I think the crunch is really good. Let's do the low lead. I'm all over the place with my keys tonight. Yeah, pretty cool. The angle, pretty cool. All right, what else do y'all want to see? We can go for about an hour and 25 minutes here. So, yeah, I feel like out of the 4x12 cabs, they do all sound really good. I have behind me the new Fender FR10, the 10-inch version, and it does sound really nice. It sounds really good. We'd be amiss to not have a JCM 800 in here, so let's do that. HTS Jan. Then I'll do a clean one. Jan 24 JCM 800. Then we'll go change out this thing. Now these 800s, we have a base mod, a bright, and a TS mod. The base mod, I think, has the most gain. But you can be the judge. Here's the bright. So there's already less gain on that one. Then we have the TS mod, which is more of the tube screamer, more mid-range kind of thing. So. Yeah, not everything has to be balls to the wall, folks. Actually, that's the master volume I was turning up. Wow. Here's the preamp volume over here. With the 800, let's go see which cab sounds the best on this one. Here's the 65 again. Oh, what did I just do? There we go. So 65, 30. I don't think they're changing. Yeah, these things aren't changing at all. Let's see what's happening. Weird. I want to go to my preset. There's my preset. All right, I think I have to. I actually have to tap on it. Otherwise, these things are not changing. In the past, I've been able to just use the encoder knob to scroll between the different ones. It's definitely scooped. That's definitely brighter without the breakup. Sorry, Joel. I mean, it's a personal preference, I guess. You can just change it to whatever you want. Save those. Make sure we raise that output gain so we match the volumes of all the rigs. And we still have all this other stuff set up. I mean, that's some rock and roll right there. That is some rock and roll. All right, let's do one more. I always have the Black Mini, but this time let's do a Fender Twin, just to go out of the norm. There's a really good video. The John Nathan Cordy did a EF5 twin fractal, whatever fractal amp it was. It was sounding really good. I was like, wow, that sounded really good. Let's go through these amp models here. See what we got. These smaller heads. So the plexiglass Vari is a super lead plexi Variac mod. Okay, so Vari for Variac. The EL84 mod, EL34 tubes. Super lead plexi 50 watt. So the Black Duo is the Fender Twin. The J45 is the Marshall JTM45. Precision reverb. So the Tweed bass is the Bassman. So the Deluxe gain mod is the Tweed Deluxe with the gain mod. Yeah, I like that one a lot. 59 Princeton. We got a Tweed Deluxe. Just for fun, let's check out the Tweed Deluxe. Let's go for it. TWDLX. Boop-a-doop-doo-da-bow. Now, what's cool is we're using some of these smaller amps into a 4x12 cab, which is going to make them sound different than they would with their normal cab of like a 1x8, 1x10, something like that. Let's check the comments here. Sorry, I've been just playing along here. Have you ever added a simple delay, 26 to 30 milliseconds, very short to one side, and 1 to 3 repeats to get a long, so a doubling effect? Yeah, well, sure. We can do something like that. Let's bring the ratio back here. And let's bring the what the tail's on always. Sync is going to be off. We can bring this down to let's do 20. There's 30 milliseconds. Problem is, so that sounds more like reverb to me. Let's turn off this reverb here. Okay, what we need to do is actually raise the mix. Yeah. Remember that ratio actually splits the difference and it pans it? Raise the delay up. And then we'll bring this all the way back down. So when you utilize that ratio, it really it just pans it all for you. So it's not exactly what you said, but it's pretty close. That's cool. Turn the mix down. Okay, I like that. That's a Tweed Deluxe Darboard. Darboard. Kick in some boost. Now that white boost is perfect for these little amps versus cranking them up on the amp itself. Like that volume, the mic and instrument volume is at 50. We do have a pretty nice bright tone going. You can back that off if you want. You can raise it up. You can even crank these, which is fine. But I prefer to just use a boost. Or the Tube Screamer. Which that Tube Screamer is never the right color, and it really needs to be. That's another bug that they need to address. Cool, man. Nice. So you got your nice, really good clean tone there. Let me switch guitars real fast. I'm gonna grab the Strat. The Stratomaster. I need to move this stand right here. Move it out of the way. And we're going to grab this thing. All right, folks. This is the Kiesel Delos. The Kiesel Delos. Uh-oh, Randy Upchurch is in the house. We're in trouble now, folks. We are in trouble. All right, headphones back on. Yes, you have just arrived. Good meat. Oh, wow. So meaty. So I got 3 new straps. Actually, I got 6 new straps. So I'm sending two of them back. These are really cool straps from Levy, and what's neat about them is they have this pulley system, so you can change the length really fast, just by pulling and tugging. It's really neat. I like it. So I can sit down. I can make it a little tighter for the seating feel of things. Then when I stand back up, I can make it a little bit longer so it's kind of shoots from the hip, like I like it. Tube Screamer. Okay. Now that Randy is here, let's get some feedback from Randy. Randy, tell me what kind of rig you want me to make Tell me the elements, the elementals of it. And we'll make it happen. So far I've had a few over some heavier hard rock type tones. Here's a cleaner tone. But here's a perfectly blank rig. Blank slate. You can tell me what you want. Then after that we'll call it a night. I'm waiting. Randy, what is your favorite? What's your favorite amp? We're kind of been on a 4x12 kick tonight, so I'm going to start off with a 4x12 because I can. And here's a 25 watt. Start you off with. Anybody? What you got? High gain plexi. All right, fine. High gain plexi. Now we have the mod, and we have the 50 watt. Let's go with the Variax first. I messed with this one a whole lot. All right, now for fun, let's raise the treble here. Excuse me, I'm tired. Strat. I like 2x12 with a driven tube. Tube what? What kind of tube? That's pretty driven right there, if you ask me. Let's go into overdrive. Let's add in that tube screamer. Bada bing. Now this volume already sounds low. We're going to raise it up here. Let's do a little HTS Jan 24. HTS Jan 24. Plexi. Okay. For this one, let's actually add in. Let's do a round fuzz because we can. It's kind of like that. Let's do octafuzz. I like octaves. Octaves are fun. Huh. Yeah. So you can play with that as you wish, as you want. Let's do one more. 2x12 with a driven tube. Yeah, but what kind? I like the 2x this B30. Let's see what this B30 cab is. I've always wondered what that one is. It's a Bogner Celestion 30. I knew it. Okay, we need to put the Dyne 7 on there. 2x12 with a driven tube. Let's do a black duo for this one. Not that. Black duo. Now we could bring the breakup on this one. That's cool. Let's add in a little bit of compression with the Dyne dot comp. Not a whole lot going on with that, but we'll do the white boost again. This one sounds really good. Bring down the bass. Level. Alright, now for this one, we gotta have some spring reverb. Spring it up. Turn down the tone a little bit. Mix. Hello. Alright, that all sounds really good. I could probably even consolidate all this onto the same row. I mean, look at that. We'll add in a delay for fun. Let's do a doubler. Actually, no. Sorry, that's a reverse delay, folks. It's not what I meant to choose. Somehow, what is going on with this doubler? That's great. That sounds really good. Let's actually go back to our cab now. Let's bring that breakup all the way up. So I feel like with the breakup, it sounds more alive, but we can maybe compensate with the output gain right here. Maybe the amp gain. I still don't even know what the output and the amp gain is really meaning, but all right, so there's a tweed sound there. Let's see. We're gonna put that there. Put that there. Put that there. And actually, we need to go here. Vibrato. We can probably do the same thing. We don't need the dyne comp there. But we can put the amp and the bright switch. So save it. HTS Jan 24. twin. There we go. So that overdrive is just a bare bones simple RC booster from Exotic Effects. Don't need anything crazy. Probably, where's that gain up? The bass back up. Alright, so I dare anybody to play their next gig with this rig right here. The Jan 24 Twin. You're going to use a little boost. You can use a little bright. You can use a little doubler. There's something going on with this doubler. It's like giving it a... kind of like tremolo sound to it. It's very weird. Yeah, it's neat. Yeah, so you can throw that in if you want. Throw it in there. Yeah, if you need some delay in there, then go ahead and kick in some delay. But there's some bright. Some vibrato. Yeah. Intensity, speed. You can choose to have the sync or the speed set to sync or subdivisions or basically hertz or subdivisions. So if we did that, maybe do this kind of thing. Da, da, da. Yep, I'm fine with that. Now what I'm going to do is go through all my blocks in these rigs I made tonight. Make sure I have block presets for everything, all the different elements. So that way when I put them into the MX5, all I have to do is just bring in the block type, choose the preset, and then bam, I'm done. I don't have to look back and forth and wonder what the settings are and try to match them up exactly. I just have the block presets right there, call them up, and you're good. So I'm going to find a way to, on the HTS Rigs course, where you can just download all these for $20 one-time fee. If you're not signed up yet, then you can support the channel that way. I will try to pin, I'll make a new section at the very top. This is called block presets, or maybe everything you need to have, or whatever I want to call it. And so that way you can just always go and grab those block presets and then just use those to build your rigs. If you want to have my presets. So there's a little stratty. All right, we can't finish it until we have an ambient patch. So I'm gonna rename this HTS Jan 24 AMB. Let's just go crazy with our reverbs here at the end, because we can. So let's do an ambiverb, long mod. We'll do an 11 verb church. This is about to get nuts, folks. A party verb, lush sparkle. Let's do another party verb, octopop. And let's do a shimmer, pre-delay scape. Ooh, sounds crazy so far. All right, let's see what we got. Let's move this to the end. Raise the decay. So that's going to be the core of the sound. We'll add in the shimmer, which does not need to be set to 100% mix. Wow. All right, let's add in the first party verb. It's G string. Something's going on there. I need to adjust this a little bit. Okay, then the last one is the ambiverb. Wait, we got pitch tracking? Whoa. That sounds crazy. Turn all this other stuff off. Let's just listen to that. It's a lo-fi sound for sure. Okay, let me go in and add this other stuff again. You can see our CPU up here is getting pretty high, about in that 90% range. Alright, I've been going for a long time. Sorry. I'm really just having fun. Alright, there you go. There's an ambient patch you can play around with and impress your fans. Fans? Friends? I don't know what I was trying to say. Alright. Stay tuned for the rest of the month. I will have some more Headrush videos. I will have videos on the Toolmaster Pro and the Kemper and the Helix. So all the concepts I use on the Headrush can be applied to other units and vice versa. At the end of the day, it's just a guitar rig. You have an amp and a cab, some effects. How are you going to string them together? What are you going to do with them? What kind of creations are you going to make? What kind of music are you going to make? That's the main thing. What kind of music are you going to make? Now, I do have a few more backing tracks I need to finish up for this last year. So I'm going to have a full 52 backing tracks. And then I'm going to do another 52 backing tracks this year. So if you want to come join me on the journey of learning or playing along with different keys, different genres, I'm basically going to do 4 genres a month. And that is we're going to do a rock type backing track, a pop, a blues, and a jazz kind of deal. So it's going to be fun. And that gives us a very clear path of what kind of genres we can expect every single month. And if you're a beginner that's just wanting to learn how to strum some chords, then this is going to be a perfect opportunity for you to just sit down. It's a one-time $20 fee for the whole year, because you pay for each bundle of backing tracks, all 52 backing tracks. So it's dirt cheap. And each backing track is 10 minutes long. So that's a good start in learning how to get some stamina in practicing for longer and longer periods. So if you can sit there for 10 minutes and strum along with the chords on the screen, then you're doing really good. Now, the next step would be to start learning some scales and then applying that knowledge of scales to certain melodies over those chords. And yeah, it's just a good practice tool for you to utilize as you can. So this is the Headrush Prime. This is a Headrush. Oh, not a Prime. This is a Core. I have the Core. There is also a Headrush Prime that looks like this. This has 14 blocks. And the legacy units do not have these cool graphics. Now I can go in to the global settings and go into, is it audio? No, it's not audio. It's under general. So under rig page graphics, I can go to classic. And now they all look like that. They look like the legacy units, which, I mean, they're not discontinued by any means. I mean, technically the pedal board is discontinued because it got replaced by the Prime. So we have the gig board and the MX5, which is still technically, I guess, in stock, maybe. No, not even the gig board's in stock. The gig board was replaced with the headrest core, which the last time I checked is still $7.99. So if anybody is on the fence about getting a headrest, I do have affiliate links in the description of all my videos, which I will also update this video's description to have those links. So if you purchase anything through Amazon or Sweetwater, I appreciate you clicking through my link first and then purchasing whatever you're going to purchase. So that way I get a little kickback, and I can it's just a good way to support the channel. So what am I looking for here? Headrest. So I'm looking at the core. I'm looking at the price for the core. Yeah, still $7.99. And on Sweetwater, they have a really nice bundle for still $7.99, but you get a pair of Tascam headphones, which is pretty good. Then you got a XLR cable, a TS cable, and a headphone cable, like a mini headphone cable. So I will send a link to this right here in the chat, so you can check that out. Yeah, you got the MX5. It's fine. MX5 is still a great unit. I actually used the MX5 this past Sunday at church. I just used a really simple rig, not a whole lot going on with it, and the songs were simple anyway, so I didn't need to do a whole lot. And it still works. It still works really good. So now I'm fine with the graphics being just like this. I really am. I don't have to have them look like the modern option. Yeah, turn that brightness down. See that CPU up there? Now there is nothing in this rig that the MX5 does not have. So I'm not choosing any of the revolver stuff or any of the other, basically the revolver stuff that the legacy units don't have. Yeah, it's very interesting. Let's go back to the twin sound. So, let's go to my my head and shoulders, knees and toes here. So I am signed in. Let me go to my lists here. So my doctor's headrest guide. So I have the new speaker cabs in there, the Mark IIs, $299, $399. If I click on this 8-inch version, we have no B stocks in here right now. But this is the link that you get down in the description of my my stuff. Now I wonder, I have the headrest backpack, but I don't think they're available anymore. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check on that. I don't know why they stopped making the backpack. Because it's actually really good. I can fit an MX5, the core, and I can fit the pedal board in there as well. I can fit like 3 things in there. It's really nice. So it's the way it is, folks. The way it is. So yeah, there's all the headrest stuff. If you want to go purchase anything that you see, you desire. And anything you purchase through those links will be appreciated. And I will keep rocking. Yeah, I might just use this rig for my next church service when I play next. It does sound good with these pickups too. Alright guys, I'm going to play through my Fender FR10 over here. I'm going to hit the hay for tonight. We've been going for a long time. So, I appreciate everyone watching. And be sure to subscribe down below if you haven't done so already. Give this video a thumbs up. And leave me a comment. Let me know the kind of rigs you would like to see in the next live stream next month in February. And yeah, it's going to be great. It's going to be really a lot of fun. So I enjoy these times hanging out. I just like to play as much as I can. And might as well build some rigs and get some sweet tones going. So thanks guys for watching. I am Dr. McFarland. I'll see you in the next video. Keep rocking.